What's up, guys? On next week's episode, we have the PenUltimate, the next to last. The pregame to the big party that's gonna make us all cry is fucking here. Episode 6. And we have a lot to talk about. I mean, not just issues with the episode itself, and some other weird shit that you goons out on the internet that have been harping on this week as well. So first we pick up with the Brotherhood of Dope banter as they share some quiet moments while they adjust to their new backpacking buddies. Littlefinger drives a wedge between the Stark girls to back-breakingly frustrating effect. Or does he? The boys get caught up in the most bogus ice fishing trip fucking ever, and Danny and the kids come in to save the day, but not before losing our boy Viserion to a straight motherfucking gold medal Olympic level shot by the Night's King. Although a lot of the wailing across the TV and internet landscape, it wasn't for our fallen baby boy. It was actually, dare I say, whinging about how fucking fast ravens can fly. It looks like D and DB have taken a page out of our beloved Sweet Brown's book.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got.
If anything was the meat and potatoes of what we love about Thrones, it was in these early scenes. These little back and forths between all the characters were like a cozy little cabin on the outskirts of the ice zombie nightmare shitshow forest that we all knew we were going to have to eventually head toward. And it was nice to keep warm there, even for just a little bit. There's a lot to chew on here from a character perspective, and they nail all of it. Tormund is brash, but sweetly observant. Gendry is strident, if even a little naive. Beric is at peace and confident with his mission. And Jon is altruistic and oh my God, look at those abs. They're just so chiseled. He looks like he belly flopped onto a fucking waffle iron. All that aside, this is one section of the episode that I couldn't really pick apart, other than the fact that I thought simply a greater number of these characters were going to die. I mean, even Beric was surprised that he made out of this fucking storyline alive. So why does the Lord of Screenwriting want you alive? I don't know why our Lord of Screenwriting has gifted me with plot armor, but I know that we have to fight them. But I do know one thing, that the payday's nice. The characters were all really consistent, engaging, and gave room for the actors to really shine. And that's to be appreciated in such an action-heavy and kind of plot hole-filled episode that this was. Especially the scene involving Longclaw with Jon and Jorah. Plus, like, Tormund extended his vocab. I mean, I'm so proud!
Dick. I like it.
Alright, let's get this out of the way right fucking now. Remember when this show moved at a glacial pace? Remember the small, nuanced character moments that piqued our imagination? And remember when it was all about building the world and giving us a comprehensive vision of George's mythos? Well, guess fucking what, everybody? We pretty much learned everything that the showrunners want us to know. The world has been built, the fucking stage is set, we are whittling down this world's story into a conclusion. And in about 2/3 of the time. Now, barring some illumination in the finale in regards to the Stark gals infighting, there are a lot of fucking bones to pick with this episode. But the fact that the Ravens seem fast is the least of this fucking episode's problems. It's like when I get directions from my lovely but over-informative mother. Sometimes you just have to get to brass tacks and never mind all the fucking window dressing. Okay, Mom, how do I get there? Okay, so you take a left at Jefferson Street, and then you go down for a few blocks, and then the road gets a little bumpy, so don't go too fast. Okay, then what? Drive and drive and drive and drive, and you're gonna come to that cross street near like a Walmart. All right, I mean, do I turn on that cross street? No, you have to keep going straight. You're gonna have to pass a row of houses, and you're gonna keep going after that. I mean, honestly, do we really need it spelled out for us just because we didn't see them on horseback or taking a piss along the King's Road? Doesn't mean it didn't take that long to get there. That's what I think is so jarring about it for everybody. But if you can't reconcile that they're going to be little to no fat on any of these fucking episodes from here on out, then I don't know what to fucking do for you. Also, quick note on internet theories. Michael Jeffrey Jordan has one thing to say about that.
Stop it. Get some help.
Just go outside, take a walk, read the fucking books, actually. All I'm saying is, I don't want to fucking hear shit about Bran working into a fucking sword. Now, I do consider myself a Stark fan, and I think a lot of people that watch this show are. They've just been through so fucking much. Really fucking hard, okay? And although I really dig the concept, the Winterfell post-Arya arrival has been the most fucking frustrating storyline so far. I mean, what is the bug up Arya's ass in this episode. I mean, did she fry her brain staring at that fucking eclipse this last weekend? I mean, only a fucking idiot would do that, right? Now, my normal inclination is to assume that Arya is playing some type of level 5D chess here. But then my mind starts to drift back to around this time last year with the Bravo storyline. All the hoopla that the internet made surrounding her versus the waif and her fucking batshit insane Sunday stroll that nearly got her fucking killed. I mean, I remember it like it was yesterday. We were all grasping towards some larger plot at work just because it didn't make any fucking sense. And then it just continued to not make any fucking sense. And I don't think it's going to happen here, but I am afraid that it might. I mean, actually, I really think the impetus of getting the Stark girls to mistrust one another is actually a really good, interesting idea, if done properly, with the right amount of time. But given the fact that this is a shortened season, the showrunners simply don't have the proper amount of time to develop this idea. And all of Arya's beefs with Sansa fall apart under the tiniest bit of fucking scrutiny. Have the two of them simply not talked this entire fucking time? I mean, they've been in Winterfell for at least a couple of weeks. And as my boy Jack and Hagar would say, if a girl thinks that a sister was happy at their father's execution, then a girl has a very shitty memory. I mean, she's staring right at her screaming for her father's life. And also, Arya says to Sansa that she would have rather died than to serve the Lannisters. Does that mean as a royal subject or as a fucking waiter? I mean, wow, you had a sexy Jesus assassin at your beck and call, access to Tywin's food and drink, and half a dozen knights sitting right there at the fucking dinner table the entire time in Harrenhal. Again, the only way this makes sense is if Arya is pushing Sansa closer to Littlefinger in order for her to spring a trap for him. Her giving Sansa's cat's paw is maybe the one finite clue that we have into this, but then again, we've been here, we've overthought it before, and frankly, I'm scared that that's all we're gonna get. I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, and you know, there is one person who could actually clear all of this up, like, I don't know, fucking yesterday. Alright, so after the boys have run in with this pretty rad fucking zombie polar bear. See guys, climate change is a fucking hoax. Polar bears are doing fine. Even if they die, they can survive. And Westeros' Alex Jones says so. Now, as you can see, the relationship between White Walker cycles and Winterfell chemtrails, I mean, we've all been duped like the idiot scum that we are. But the only thing I'll say about Septa Baelor is that was an inside job, ladies and gentlemen. We all know that wildfire cannot melt stone pillars. So after the fellas tangle with some whites and find out that they're basically all connected to the same White Walker Wi-Fi router, they end up cornering one white. Let's call him Bill. They tackle Bill, bound and gag him, but not before he gets a chance to send out a quick text to all his homies to come over to the party at the lake house. Now, logistics and lack of emergency raven or horses aside, this is a fantastically entertaining sequence. The stacking of the threats are pretty fun, and it makes for a hell of a fucking roller coaster ride. Just one that's trying to make you cry. The filmmaking, special effects, and the stunt crew fucking killed it all the way through. And thanks to raising half of the world's blood pressure when you nearly killed off our favorite swarthy wildling Ginger, you do not fucking toy with my emotions, you motherfuckers. Ice dragons, y'all. Ice dragon. It was totally necessary to evening the playing field and raising the stakes, and it honestly gives a bit of credence to the Night's King being a type of green seer like Bran. Like, because when you start to think about it, like, why didn't he whip out his really amazing Olympic level javelin skills on the guys while they were trapped in the middle of the fucking lake? What were they so interested in Jon and company for? If their main objective is just to fuck shit up in Westeros, why sit around for these 7 fucking ants when you could continue on to go crush the whole goddamn hill? Could it be that he knew that Dany would come and rescue them and wanted to get himself a fucking ice dragon? If that were the case, then wouldn't he also have told the zombie in the Ugg Boots just to chill and wait till Dany arrived? I mean, it was walking like a drunk Trisha in Boys Town at like 3 a.m. Trish, you can't walk down there by yourself. I don't fucking care. I'm fucking hungry. There's a Subway in the middle of this fucking lake. Fuck you. I mean, plus fucking Bill's over there too. Trish, I told you Bill isn't worth it. Don't text him right now. Don't walk out there without your coat. Whatever. I'll fucking do whatever the fuck I want. Oh shit. You know, in the end, it was a pretty fucking asinine plan, but the end serves the mean. What needed to happen was to make Dany a little bit less of a fucking OP and finally realize the stakes that Jon's been trying to convince her of the whole time. Now, honestly, I really did dig this scene. It was tender, somber, it featured some of the better acting from both of our leads, and it really showed how much either of them were willing to soften on their more hardline stance when they first met. John isn't being a stubborn fuckhead about bending the knee for Danny anymore, and Danny is no longer full of bluster. I will rule the 7 kingdoms and you'll bend the knee and blah, blah, blah. She just simply says, I hope I deserve it, being truly humbled with the loss of Viserion and knowing that she must rule from understanding and compassion as well as a fucking fiery iron fist. But also another thing, I mean, I was really surprised that more people weren't talking about that absolutely huge return of what was thought to be a long dead character. I mean, I know that there's a ton to chew on with this episode, but I figured more people would have mentioned it. Fucking Ollie. Oh yeah, guys, and one last thing. I just want to let you guys know kind of like what's going to be happening with the finale or what to expect during the finale. So obviously, I am going to be doing reactions in the Burlington bar for the finale. However, I am headed to Jolly O, London to go to a buddy's wedding of mine. I'm going to be staying there through kind of like the beginning first week of September. What that means is that I basically won't be able to do a Watchers in the Bar segment until I return to the state. I'm gonna attempt to do a List of the Drunk Man review once the wedding's over, while I'm in the UK. Just wanted to give a really quick shout out to all of my patrons. You guys have been really great. I'm gonna start dropping a lot more exclusive content to you guys now that the first payments are going to be processed. I absolutely should have gotten it set up before the season started. I'm new to this whole like trying to do YouTube for a living thing. So to all the patrons that pledged, and we thank you profusely that you did. We're going to be sending out these What is Drunk May Never Die exclusive official Burlington t-shirts. Also, we're going to be sending out the absolutely lovely screen printed poster from Dead Meat Design, my buddy Josh, who made this absolutely killer poster. Also going forward, we're going to be doing some new shows. I'm going to be doing List of the Drunk Man style reviews for movies as well. All of this new stuff is because you guys are contributing. And I just really want to say from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you.